Oi, you are the greatest philosopher. You, not me. Not Socrates, not Nietzsche, not Diogenes, not Bodhidharma, not the Buddha, not Aristotle, Kafka, and so on and so forth. We can do this all day naming people, but that's not the point. My point is, my friend asked me who I think the greatest philosopher was, and I said you. Not just because he's my friend, and I'm also saying you. It's because there's a realization after going through all the philosophical thought. Maybe it's quite an exaggeration to say all. There are some that are not famous, such as Max Steiner. You know, he's probably not a very famous philosopher, and you probably never heard of him, but it's not important. You are the greatest philosopher because if I was to meet you, I'm more concerned and interested in what you have to say, not in what Nietzsche has to say, not in what anybody else has to say. Hegel, nothing. Baldiac, whatever how you pronounce his name. I don't care what any of these people have to say. What Jesus said, I don't care. What Krishna says, none of this is all hocus pocus. I care about what you have to say. And when you ask people what you have to say, what do you have to say, about life? What do you have to say about the nature of reality? What do you have to say about suffering? What you will find is most people are just picking up phrases, quotes, and sayings, koans, these sort of Buddhist koans or whatever they call. Some sort of Zen master once said this. What we're doing is just repeating and parroting other people's sayings. Confucius say. You'll find very, very quickly that you don't even know anything and you have no mind of your own. And so saying anything defeats the purpose of understanding, you see. And so when I say that you are the greatest philosopher and not me or someone else I give authority to, you as a living entity, if we were to meet face to face in person, whatever answer you give me about life, whatever solution, whatever it is that you have to say has more weight and more power than all the philosophers in the world combined. Gone, present, all of them combined. People will understand something and then just feel good about themselves. They will repeat it to someone else and quote it word by word. What is it, verbatim or verbatim? You see? And you feel quite good about yourself. Did you know that such and such said? Said what? What do you have to say? If we had this mindset of what I'm saying, right? That we are our own philosophers, our own saviors, and not to look to the saviors of mankind and these philosophers, these Senecas of the world or Marcus Aurelius, and rely on stoicism to get through life. And some of your average Joe, no matter what he has achieved, to motivate you to get out of bed, or some scholar, imam, whatever, rabbi. All these people are speaking nonsense. I am speaking nonsense, you see. But my nonsense is no better than yours. It's no better than yours. This will finish you, will sort of end your search if you were to realize it. If you were to truly understand, you will become bored by many philosophical thoughts on YouTubes given by someone, a lecturer, from some university. You will not watch a minute of it. You will not watch some guru talk to you condescendingly about how you have not arrived at some sort of enlightenment stage yet, and that your enlightenment is not, what is it? Your awakening, your What is it called? Your awakeness is incomplete, or this nonsense. Your awaken, your wakingness is not is incomplete or something. Someone telling you that you don't know. How so? How, Sway? How could you not know when you were born knowing? There's no change. You don't need to have any change. No change is necessary. No learning is necessary. Because all you're doing is just repeating other people's. Well, I even doubt if this other people's. They have this idea, and I'm doing it right now. The whole of a mentee, where Thoth has left these sort of ancient Egyptian codes, ancient philosophers or gods. The Thoth has left man various of knowledges of the highest order in the whole of a mentee. You just have to tap in, and you will have all the knowledge. It's a joke. All the knowledge is written in your source code, in your DNA. Just like it is written in animals' DNA. You know, some animals require a little bit of care, and some are born and start walking. It's a man that give birth to his child. And yes, you may require a little bit of care to get you walking, but we never really let our children walk. You see, we never really trust our children to just walk like the other animals. And that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm trusting you as the greatest philosopher in the world. Not me, you. If we were to meet in person, I'm trusting you to walk. And I'm telling you, you can walk on your own. All these gurus, they should not open their mouth and entertain any idea other than walk. Get away from me. Get up and walk. After this, I'm going to go walk to the store. Go buy something. What are you going to do? Walk? Go walk outside. Enjoy the sun. I don't know. Pick some flowers. Look at the bunnies. Run after some butterflies. You being the greatest philosopher, you already know enough. And you come to someone like me thinking I am withholding some sort of secret knowledge. Nothing. I don't know anything. I don't have any secret knowledge. And if there is any secret knowledge, I would probably be the bumbling fool who will tell you straight away with no in your windows. I'll tell you straight up what you need to know. If there was. I certainly would not make you pay me for it. I am not interested in benefiting or manipulating those that are gullible among us. It was too easy. It's too easy. Like taking a lolly from a baby. Even that is hard. Taking a lolly from a baby, if you've tried it, is hard. Those little creatures, they hold on to those lollies very tight. Try it. But fooling somebody who's already gullible, that's easy. Or as Mark Twain says, it's harder it's easy to fool someone than to tell them they've been fooled. Well, I'm telling you, you have been fooled. And if you are to use these sort of philosophers or wise men to make a point, but not to hold on, I just did with Mark Twain's quote, that it's easy to fool someone than it is to tell them they've been fooled. I do not put Mark Twain on any pedestal. The only reason I'm quoting him is because he put it in such a beautiful way that I don't need to add any more to it, but to pick from him and quote him. But in that way, I'm not quoting him as some sort of an authority. I'm quoting him as somebody who was intelligent enough to write it in such a clear and cohesive manner that I'm able to pick it up and use it to you to convey something to you, but not anything else. Nothing else is as empty as it is. Your understanding is what gives it power. But if you were to misunderstand it, which again, there is nothing to understand, damn. How do I even? Why? What's the point of talking, bruh? What is the point of me talking on this channel? I don't even get it because I'm contradicting myself left and right. My my point is, and I will leave it here. You are the greatest philosopher. Stop looking to everyone else. They don't know anything they're talking about. No one knows what they're talking about. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I got a cold, and the mucus just started coming out of my nose. Are you gonna believe what I'm saying? Trust nobody and what they are saying. People will share their delusions very quickly, fool themselves, and then try to fool you. Well, I'm saying that I haven't fooled myself and I'm not trying to fool you. But let's give you a test. Who is the greatest philosopher? I'll leave you with that question. Who is the greatest philosopher of all time? If your answer is none other than someone other than yourself, sorry, if the answer is none other than yourself, not someone else, or in this way that I'm using saying you because I know damn well I'm not trying to be no philosopher. I don't even care. If I was to be put among those philosophers, I will burn whoever that put me on those lists. Let's say in the future somebody say, "Oh, but he was a no." I will burn you. How do we then categorize you? Why do you need to categorize me? When a bird flies, it doesn't have a destination. When I talk, there is no destination. You see, most of these philosophers, they speak because they already have the answers, believe it or not. And you, as a listener, a reader, a student, you already have the answer as well. You just want them to confirm it. And most of the people, in a weird way, will be attracted to a guy who does not confirm any of their delusions. And so they'll think that, what does this guy know? Let me stick around a bit more longer. Maybe I will see what he sees. How am I delusional? How is this? How could it be? Could it be that I'm delusional? Well, maybe I'm a bit too optimistic, you see. But this pessimistic, optimistic, it doesn't matter. I know that most people will run away from this type of conversation because it reveals something about them. That all we do throughout our lives is parrot phrases, quotes about other people, and then repeat them to someone else and feel good about ourselves. And we feel as if we are making a move, progressing somewhere, improving. I need to. Hmm, I don't know how I caught a cold. It's almost September, man. It's supposed to be spring in Australia right now. We're in August and then September. September's a bit warmer. Oh, yes. I gotta go do that walking to the shop. You take care of yourself. Goodbye. Bye bye. Greatest philosopher in the world. You are. You are. Look at yourself. You.